I don't know for you, y'all, but for me, September flew out of the door like this. And now October is knocking. And you know who's more coming? The great lock-in of 2025. So in this video, we're going to talk about how to prep for the winter arc or the great lock-in of 2025. Hi everybody, and welcome back to the Premed Journal. As I said before, in today's agenda is the winter arc and how to prep for this period of time where everybody's so locked in. And let's define it. What's the great lock-in of 2025? And I'm gonna read, so excuse me. The great lock-in of 2025 is a TikTok phenomenon defined by the September-December period of time when people decide to put their heads down, focus, and accelerate the process of achieving their goals. Okay, so we kind of know the vibes here. And in what habits does it consist? Common life areas and habits people try to touch in this time period are mental health, with habits like journaling, meditation, and mindfulness practices; physical health, with daily exercise, stable diet, and good sleep hygiene. Then we have productivity, establishing consistent study schedule or work schedules. And then we have personal development, like building new skills acquired or needed in your personal life. TikTok usually promotes this with dark aesthetic videos or B-rolls to motivate people. Okay, so now that we have defined what the winter arc is, I'm gonna refer to it as the winter arc because for me it's more common, but the winter arc or the great lock-in of 2025 is pretty much like the same thing. But I'm gonna sincerely say to you that you don't need a challenge on TikTok or fireworks to change yourself. You could change yourself any day given, because in my opinion every day is a new beginning. So do with that as you want, but let's start the actual advices. My first advice would be to have a why. So your why is actually really important because it will be the thing that keeps you going. Your why could be achieving a new personal career. It could be making your family proud. It could be tied to your career or your studies. My podcast is made for students, so it could be like your studies and your future career. But your why has to be really rooted in you. It has to be really personal to you. And it has to be somehow bigger than you. It has to be something meaningful, because if it's something really vain, when things get difficult, you'll back down. You'll back down and you'll give up. It has to be something that wakes up like a calling in you. And I would say the first step after this is to take the mental trash out. What I mean by this: all the beliefs, all the habits, actions, words, people that no longer serve you and that no longer align with who you want to become. And I'm gonna dive this further on. So you have to be really firm on what you don't want anymore, okay? And I saw this quote that I think it's really relatable for the area I'm in right now, and it goes like this: a lot of people know what they want: a car, a house, the love of their life. But very few people know what they don't want. And let me tell you what and why this quote really called out to me. Because a lot of people know what they wish, but they don't know what they have to say no to in order to have their wishes. When you know exactly what you don't want, you'll say no to everything besides what you desire. So it enhances your focus, okay? So for example, if you want a partner that has specific traits, you'll say no to all the partners that don't have that trait. You'll say yes to only the partner that has the trait that you want. So it enhances your focus, and that goes with every area in life, I think. Then my next step would be to envision the person that already have your goal, because When we start the journey of achieving our goals, the life prepares us for the person we'll need to be at the time the goal is achieved. So we actually start the journey. And sometimes the person you become on this journey is such a beautiful thing, because life prepares you to hold in your hands your desires. So you have to envision how that person would be, what are their values, what is their attitude, what they believe in, what they don't believe in. And here comes a really fun activity. So as long as you have this visualized, you can do an alter ego vision board. So this is basically a vision board that is designed for your alter ego or the person you want to be in. You can have their aesthetics, their morals, their habits. Maybe, I don't know, maybe at this moment you don't go to the gym, but the person you want to become goes to the gym. Or maybe you want to go to the library. You right now, you don't go to the library, but the person you want to become does. So this is what I'm referring to. It should be a vision board dedicated to your future self, basically. I know I had to mention it, but the main characteristic of the winter arc is this aesthetic of work, 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 locked in, focused. I'm working 24/7, so I had to add this, but have a good work ethic. I want to do a video based on solely on the work ethic and what the work ethic means to me, because it's different for everyone. But as a general description, a good work ethic is described by initiative, focus, dedication, self-discipline, responsibility, goal-oriented, cooperation, and relatability. So these are basically the traits that you will need to master in order to have a good work ethic. And see your work ethic as a foundation, because you could have all the routines in the world, all the habits in the world, but if your work ethic isn't on point, your foundation is unsteady. Okay, and this is my last point for the episode, but I know that many people, me included, have this urge to change and want to focus on everything and do everything at all the time. But you simply can't. And I learned this the hard way. When you focus on too many things at once to do them great, 100% all of them, you lose focus. So as you master the things, I recommend to you to focus on 3 habits, and my recommendation is to have a physical one, mental or spiritual one, and a personal one. So one designed only for you. Master these 3 habits, and further on you can add. I talk to mainly teenagers, and life can feel really short on us. We have goals, we have our future careers we have to focus on, but we have time to implement habits in our life, so it actually helps us. Because if you want to implement 10 habits in 1 month lifespan, it probably will fall out in the day you don't feel like doing something. So let's say you have this 15 steps morning routine, and when you skip a step, then the next morning you're unmotivated. So build these 3 habits, then you start slowly building from now on. And as a little speech for the end, again, I feel like as persons, we want to change and wake up the next day and be completely different, but the reality is that real change that is rooted in you and that lasts for a long time, is built through repetition, day by day by day by day by day that goes by. and that probably you won't simply wake up one day and be a different person. But you can try every day to be a different person and change things about yourself little by little. And that process could take weeks, could take months, could take years, but the important is to be rooted in you and who do you want to become and the values you want to have and the future you want to have. So, that being said, I hope you like this video. If you have any recommendations of what would you like to talk about, maybe like an update of my med journey and prep, because it's been a while. I started school like this week. This is my second week when I'm filming this. That was why I didn't post it for 10 days probably. With that being said, I hope you like this video. Any recommendations, comment down below, and see you in the next one. Stay tuned because I have some more videos filmed. Bye!